I hope this message finds all of you well. Today is November 17th, just another day for most of you, but for me it's the one-year anniversary of my appointment as Chief of Police. So that means for the past year, you and I have worked together to make the City of Los Angeles safer, and you've been incredibly successful. In a year when nobody expected crime to go down in Los Angeles, you made that happen. I just completed a press conference with the mayor, and I think it's important that all of you get to see some pieces of that so that you can recognize how much I appreciate what you do and how much the mayor of the City of Los Angeles appreciates what you do. You've demonstrated that despite tough times, the Los Angeles Police Department delivers.
LA is safer today, 1 year after the appointment of Chief Beck, because of the men and women who are standing here with us today, and some 10,000 colleagues all across the city. In the last year, we've had a fairly impressive list of accomplishments. It's no coincidence that under Chief Beck leadership, crime is down. Overall, Part 1 crime, and the Chief and I get that information every day on a real-time basis, and I almost always call him up when I have a question about that. But Part 1 crime is down 7.2%. Gang crime is down 11.8%. Homicides are down again after a record low in 2009. And remember, 2009 was our lowest year since 1967. Now, these are staggering statistics that are even more remarkable in a time of unprecedented budget constraints. Look, I've made it very clear. I want to continue to grow our department. And I've fought to continue to grow the department. But I recognize that last year, given the unprecedented budget deficits over a now 3-year period of time, that I wasn't going to get support for that. So I agreed that we would maintain our department at least at attrition levels. And so when you think about that we are not growing the department at this point, when you think about what the loss of cash overtime has done, removed almost 600 officers off the streets, it's absolutely amazing that we've been able to keep crime down, you know, at a time of a 14% unemployment rate, you know, with as many guns as are on the streets of our city. It's absolutely amazing that we've been able to do that. We need more officers on our streets. We've got to continue to grow our police department once we get out of these tough financial times. But even within the reduced person power, staffing power that we have, he redeployed officers from specialized units to local divisions, and I know that wasn't always popular with some, but he understood we've got to get our police officers in our communities. He expanded the Constitutional Policing Unit, making constitutional policing a hallmark of his administration. The LAPD has stepped up our city's counterterrorism efforts, and I've made counterterrorism an absolute priority. It wasn't something I campaigned on, but once you become mayor, you recognize it's on you to make sure that we're doing everything possible to protect our city against terrorism. We've expanded the police cadet program, and I don't know where Chief Paisinger is. There he is. This is an incredible man. I love him. We respect him, and he's done an incredible job with that cadet program. And I just want to also acknowledge Commissioner Robert Saltzman, who's here with me, who really helped to spearhead that when everybody said it wouldn't work. It's working better than it ever has.
These numbers are not replicated throughout the United States. Anywhere. Chicago has increases. New York has significant increases in homicide. But we've been able to not only reduce crime, but significantly reduce crime in a year when nobody, maybe even me included, was sure we would be able to do that. The mayor's right. This is not the right climate in which to reduce crime. Unemployment is up. Many people feel disenfranchised by the system. There is an argument nationwide that makes people feel excluded from society. This should not be a year when crime goes down. But a couple of things enabled us to do that. One, the support of this city. Two, our willingness to change. The mayor brought up something that I firmly believe in, and that is that this is not a perfect police department. And the difference is, though, is that we strive for perfection. We try to be better. We will look at ourselves and we'll say, you know, we do okay at this, but not as good as we could. We are not the best that we could be in this. And then we push towards that. And everybody in this room understands that. And I totally allow people to recognize that they're not perfect, to admit they're not perfect, and then to move forward. You know, and I think that is a hallmark of a mature organization that is secure in its own ability, but also recognizes that this is an evolving process. So that, you know, to me, that's a testament to the men and women of the LAPD, who I am extremely fond of, as you all know. We will be done with DNA backlog completely by the first quarter of next year. That is a scant 2 years since the people in this room reported on the department's inability to do that. This is the absolute origin of street gangs in the United States. This is where the Crips were born. This is where the Bloods were born. This is where 18th Street originated. This is where MS originated. You know, not too far from this building, as a matter of fact. And we've been able to reduce gang crime in Los Angeles. We're going to have this historic record low homicide rate this year. It's because my cops are effective in the gang units, and they're willing to reach out and work with our non-traditional partners, intervention, prevention, to look at re-entry programs, to try to look at the problem as a whole and not just the policing piece. You know, every place I go, in every speech I make, I talk about constitutional policing. I talk about doing things the right way for the right reasons. I talk about the fact that you can't break the law to enforce the law. I talk about the fact that policing the public depends on public trust. And you know, that is not one of the goals of the Los Angeles Police Department. That is the singular most important goal, is that we police in a constitutional manner, because when you do that, you build public trust, which enables you to police better. And that's another reason crime is down in Los Angeles, because this community believes in its police department. It believes in our efficacy. It believes that if you commit a crime, then the likelihood that you're going to go to jail is good. Matter of fact, it's real good. You know, we're solving murders at about an 80% rate. We captured the most prolific serial killer in recent memory in the Grim Sleeper this year. We need to send the message that this department is effective. But you also need to send the message that this department is fair. And you can expect fair treatment when you deal with an LAPD officer. You do those two things, you stress efficacy and fairness, and you will engage the public to help you reduce crime. And that is that is the goal of my administration. This was also a year of considerable tragedy within the Los Angeles Police Department. You know, I lost R.J. Cottle, I lost Josh Cullens in Afghanistan, two great human beings that died in the line of duty in a land far, far away. I also lost two police officers in very tragic traffic accidents that shouldn't have occurred. I lost 7 people, about half sworn, half civilian, to cancer this year. Some of them my good friends. One of them, the iconic Daryl Gates, who, you know, for whatever your opinion is of Daryl's tenure, led this department for 14 years and had a significant impact on the way we police in Los Angeles. So it was a difficult year for that, because I really don't think I was ready for what the tragedy of being in the eye of the storm here brings to the office of Chief of Police. conclusion, I want to thank each and every one of you for a great year. And as part of our holiday celebration, I want to invite you to two events. One is on December 16th at the Deaton Auditorium, and that's our annual holiday celebration. It occurs at 10:30 in the morning. Then, 2 days later, December 18th, at the Downtown Marriott is the Chiefs Holiday Party. Please try to make both these events. You're part of a great family. Families come together during the holidays, and we should too.